Hey guys, welcome to another video. This one is going to be art related again. This is a pinhole camera. So I'm going to show you how and what a pinhole camera is. Because this is traditional photography, you are going to need access to a darkroom in order to make photography this way. So this is my pinhole camera. It's a little big, it's a little... It took quite a bit to open, actually. So with a pinhole camera, you can make some nice photography pictures like these. It's a nice double exposure as well. So yeah. Obviously, when you get your paper, you have to cut it to fit your lid, your container. So with that said, I'm going to have to go into what you need. But before that, basically, a pinhole camera is basic camera obscura. Basically, small hole, flipped up the image with light. Artists back in the day used it to trace landscapes. We're going to use it to make pictures. So what you will need is a container. Try to find a cardboard or container that is basically extremely dark on the inside. Do not get clear plastic. I just found that image. You're going to need an aluminum can, a soda can of any kind, and a needle. Now what you're going to do is cut a small square out of the soda can, and then that's all you need is a small square. Some black paint and black duct tape. And like I said, this is a traditional photography, so you are going to need light sensitive paper, and that's all you need. So what you're going to do is, with the aluminum square you cut out of the can, get the smallest needle. I'm using a bigger needle just to demonstrate, and I already pre-punctured a hole. So with that can, you're just gonna do that. Get in there. Then, now that you have your container, you are going to find the middle of your container at the opposite end with the aluminum can. Obviously, put it at the inside. The smaller the hole, the better. Here. So there's the aluminum can. I poked a hole in. With the duct tape, you're going to tape it on the inside with the black duct tape. Then with the black paint, paint the entire inside of the container black. This helps it to make sure no light can get in to mess up the photo. For added protection for that, I duct taped the edge of the lid, and same thing for this. You want to paint the lid. Preferably get a container with a lid, then close it. Now with all that done, you have a simple pinhole camera. Make with some extra tape. You could use the duct tape as well. And the square of container you cut out, tape it to that, and basically you make a lens cap, because this part is the lens, and like I said, this is camera obscura, so exposure time will differ. You need to load this up in the darkroom. So with your light sensitive paper, you definitely want to make sure you cut it to fit your lid. Maybe tape it down on the lid itself as well, and then close it. With your flap, close that as well. Then walk out of the darkroom and find a scene to photograph. Now, photograph times is 5 to 15 seconds, sometimes 20. It will take some experimentation to figure out what your container is, because the longer the container, the more the light has to travel, so that will affect time as well. For double exposure, 7 seconds, 7 seconds for each scene. And you want to make sure this sits perfectly still as well. You can't have the container moving, the pinhole camera moving. When you have your scene ready, open it up, expose it for the amount of time you want, close it, take it into the dark room, open it, and start developing your photograph on your light sensitive paper. Then what you're going to see first is the negative. This is the negative. In order to make a positive, you need another piece of light sensitive paper. You're going to face the chemical side against the chemical side. Basically face them together like so. Then put them down, expose it to light in the dark room, and that's how you develop a positive image. So, again, there's some problems. So let me explain this more. So what is the problem? This is the first image I took using my pinhole camera. As you will notice, the big dark spot in the middle of the photo. This is because there is a small, tiny metal flake blocking the hole. So in order to fix this, all you need to do is take your needle and push more in to make sure that metal bends completely out of the viewpoint. And that's it. So guys, that will sum up a pinhole camera and what it is and how to make it. Like I said, the first photograph you take will definitely help you figure out exposure time and any problems in the way that needs fixing. Basically, it's a cheap way to make a camera. Just any container you can find or want to buy. Even an airplane hangar was turned into a giant pinhole camera, and they made a gigantic landscape photo of the airport using that hangar. So I'll find the artist in the article on that and put it in the description below, because I do want you guys to see that and check it out. But this is also a fun way to experiment with photography, especially traditional photography. Yeah, I mean, pretty much sums it up. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please leave a like. It helps out a lot. Leave a comment and make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching.